What's up, everyone? I'm here again, rebuilding the 1998 Kawasaki STX 1100. We are doing the CDI box today. The last video I did, we honed out the cylinder. Today, we're gonna attempt to do the CDI box, at least just do the little PVC pipes that, make a seal. Let me show you the parts. Everything came in, so check it out. So this is everything. We got 3 pistons, 88 standard, 88 millimeter standard bore. I got everything from eBay except for these. I got these from Amazon. So there's everything you need for the top end rebuild kit. Then you got the little PVCs, put the gaskets on them. This is the tool you'll need. I'll put this in the description. But this will pull the wires out of their plugs. You'll see what I mean, because you're gonna have to get it through this and you won't be able to get a plug through that. So you gotta get the wire off of the plug. Then we got, I needed to order this. This is for the carburetor float valve filter. So I was able to get it actually. This was being sold for a Kawasaki motorcycle from back in the day. I took a gamble and I was like, well, let me try it, and sure enough, it fit. So perfect. Then we got some reeds that we're gonna install, OEM quality. And then we got 3 sets of gaskets for each carburetor. And then also an oil delete kit. It had an oil delete kit before, but it wasn't really done correctly. They kind of just plugged it up, and I don't know, I don't like it. So we took it off, and that plate's gonna go here. So I'm gonna get all set up. Like I said, we're gonna work on the box today, on all these loosey-goosey and broken connectors. So like that, when the engine's in here, I don't gotta mess with it, it's done. Boom, boom, boom. So I'm gonna get set up and we'll get after it. All right, so what we're gonna do is take off this rack, 1 and 2, that'll come off. And then we'll take off each bolt going around the edge. I don't know exactly how many's on there, but it's a good bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 bolts, all 10 millimeters. So I'm gonna take that off and we'll be back. All right, so we got the box out of its place. I had everything pretty taken apart in here, as you can see. So after I unbolted the box, I was just able to put it at the top of the jet ski. So I'm gonna work on it up here. What I intend to do is unplug one at a time. I'll take a picture of how it's sitting. So like that, I know how to put it back. But this is where that tool is gonna come in handy, that wire tool. So these need to come out because they need to be able to go through this right here so we can put a new one in. So I'm gonna disconnect all this, bring it out, or disconnect all this and show you how to use the tool. All right, so we got one out right there. So essentially what you're doing is, you see how, see if it can focus, it's kind of like a hanger there that kind of holds on the side of the clip. You can kind of see it on these other ones. So what you're doing is you're pushing that clip back in. So you don't really need the tool, but I don't want to break nothing. So I ordered the tool and it came in useful. So this is what I do. Grab the tool, and it's gonna take the smallest one. You're just gonna put it in there like so. Push down on it. And that'll pop that little strand back in. still on the wall, but you know what I mean. When you put it in there, you'll hear like a little pop, and then you should be able, this is hard to do with one hand, should be able to just pull that wire out right there. But I'm gonna put the camera down and pull this out so you see what I mean. But this is essentially it. You gotta wiggle it around at the bottom a little bit to get it worked out, but it doesn't take much pressure. Now that these are out, you can take the old one off of here, take the one that's stuck in there out, and then install the new one. There you have it. There's the old piece. This part was the one that was stuck in the box right there. You can literally just turn it out with your finger. There's no pressure on it, so it rolls up pretty good. It looks like somebody tried to put glue on there and go the cheap route, but we're not gonna do that. So I'm gonna put on the new one and you'll see the difference. So that's with your new cap on. I took the wire out because when you twist it, the wire is gonna twist in it. These wires are they're not just sitting there loosely, and this cap doesn't just turn. So you gotta screw it into this. I disconnected the wire so I can screw it into the box and the wire not being all bound up. But one thing I do want to point out, these, it doesn't look like it'll go in this long side on the left, but it does. You're gonna need some pliers or something. Just work it in there until you're sitting pretty flush. I wouldn't force anything past after it's touching, just to be safe, but don't be discouraged. It will go in and it'll sit nicely. So I'm gonna seat this back in, and then I'll show you how we connect those cables back to its original cap. Alright, so let's see if I can prop you up. See what I'm doing here. Those are our 3 wires. And what we're gonna do, we're just gonna put them back in their home. So I took a picture before I took it off. And then I noticed this line right there, focus on the connector. So from the top to the bottom of this connector, it's gray, black, and the 2 white and reds in the last one. So we're gonna do the gray, like that. And you'll hear them pop, and they just won't go anywhere after that. And we'll just do the black. Middle, popped in, doesn't go anywhere, and then there's that red and white one. It's gonna go right at the end. This one has 2 cables going into one little port, so you might have to finesse it a little bit, but so this one looks like its little shield is still in, so we're just gonna pry it back a little bit. just like that. We gotta get that little edge out again so it would grip the inside of the connector. So once we got that, we're able to feed it in. Hear a nice click. There you go. It ain't coming out no more. You got all three back in there, and you're all sealed up. So essentially, you're doing the same for the rest of these. So I'm gonna get to it, and I'm not sure how these are gonna get done, but we will figure it out. But I'll show you the end result, and I'll let you know how I take care of these. So real quick, this is where I'm at with it right now. I got those 4 done. I got one of the spark plugs done, and I'm working on the second one. These are pretty easy. They just have a hole in them right there, and essentially you just go into a stinger that's inside of the coil pack from you, if you can see that. So you stick it through like that, and then you just thread it in and stick that right into the coil pack. All right, and there you have it, all 7 redone, boxes sealed back up again, well, at least through these 7 holes. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, this was kind of tough. Well, these wires were kind of easy, but these guys, there's like some kind of locking sealant that goes all the way into this little chamber, and it makes it pretty tough to get it out of there. But some of those bottom ones, that one especially, you don't really have a lot of slack, but I was able to kind of just like eat away at it with these. Just kind of eat away at that. Sorry, I'm still working on how to manage a camera. Was just kind of eating away with these and kept turning it after I took this bolt off. Just kept kind of turning this and getting after it over and over. So we'll see if it has spark. It should, but if not, I gotta shorten these or cut them back and stuff them back in, which these didn't really want to give me any slack, so it's another problem for another day. But other than that, I mean, it wasn't too bad. It was time consuming, but we'll see how she runs when we get this engine back together. I don't have pistons in yet, just kind of put this on there so I got space, but I'm gonna put the box back on and I'll show you guys the end result. Peace. All right, guys, there's the finished product. You can see they're not hanging off anymore. Looks nice and minty. Same for the spark plugs. You're not just dangling no more. Everything's nice and secured. That's where the main harness goes for the engine, by the way. So it comes with a seal cap, but it's attached to the engine harness as of right now. So once you put the engine back in, you just slap this bad boy back on. But yeah, that's it for today's video. Make sure you like and subscribe. It'll help me out a lot. Come back and check out the next episode. We're gonna be putting this all together, doing the reeds, putting these together and slapping them in, putting the pistons in, the bottom seal, the top seal, the top cap, and also the oil delete. Put that on. And then that'll be the next episode, so stay tuned. Like I said, like and subscribe. It'll help me out a bunch. Thanks and have a nice day. Peace.